What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you clicked on this video, first things first, thank you. You might see that we're in a different setting right now, and the reason behind that is because we're actually at my friend Mario's setup right now, which is, I gotta say, it's fantastic. The only thing that I'm gonna get on his head about is that he has fake plants. That's the only thing. But today in this video, we're actually going to be testing out the Sigma 18 to 35 millimeter. It's a 1.8 lens. I have been dying to get my hands on it, and today we have the day, so stay tuned for that. Sigma 18 to 35 1.8 lens right now. For starters, let me go over price. It is around 600 to 700 range on Amazon. One thing I did see, I believe this was on some type of website, I did find it for about $570 or something like that. So if you do have the money to spend, I would say invest it into a Sigma 18 to 35 lens. It is a very popular lens and the money is well worth spent. Now what I'm using, what I'm filming this on is actually the Canon EOS RP. Now being the fact that I'm using the RP and it has a different lens mount, well, this lens isn't going to be a native lens. So what I actually had to do was use an adapter for that. So when it comes down to autofocus, it's not the best, but there is some workaround. You really can work around using this lens, especially if you have an eye for it when you're shooting your subject. Autofocus really wouldn't be a problem if you're on top of it. Now, when it comes down to the actual weight of the lens, it is on the heavier side, and that's actually advantageous for me. And the reason why I say that, I spoke about it in one of my previous videos when I went over the 24 to 240 lens for Canon. I actually appreciate heavier lenses only for the fact that when I use a heavier lens, it feels like I'm working with something serious as opposed to something a little bit more dainty. Another thing, and a very advantageous thing when using a heavier lens, is that you don't have too much shake when recording a subject. Say for example, you don't have a gimbal. So if you're shooting handheld with something that's actually a little bit more heavier, you won't get as much shake from the camera, which is gonna work in your benefit as well too. Now for people who like to shoot in low light, this is actually a perfect lens for you, being the fact that it is a 1.8 lens. With this, yes, it is a little bit pricey, but you're not gonna find another lens that can actually shoot 1.8 and also zoom in as well too. If you find one, let me know. Leave it in the comments below. I would love to do a review on it. I'd love to see it myself, but as far as I know, as far as Mario told me, I'm putting you in on this. This is actually the only lens that is a 1.8 that can actually zoom in. So if you're contemplating on getting this lens and going back and forth just because of the price, just keep in mind, this is a zoom lens that you can use for a 1.8, all right? Now, being the fact this is a 18 to 35 millimeter lens, right now we're actually shooting on a 28 millimeter, but it is perfect whether you are going from 18 or up to 35, especially with talking headshots like we're doing right now. Now with my 24 to 240 lens, that is a super zoom lens. I found for talking headshots to be right around 35 mil for me. And with this one being at 18 to 35 on the 28, well, this one's actually perfect. We might test out the 35 to see how it is, but it might be a little bit too zoomed in, don't you think? Let's do it. Let's try it out.
Oh, right here.
Got it?
That's because you're so tall, bro.
I'm too tall.
Okay.
I'm gigantor.
3, 2, 1. You're at a 35?
We're at 35.
Focus. Oh, you're at a 35.
All right, this is a 35 millimeter right now. So this is at a 35, and it is cropping a little bit of my head right now, but as you can see, this is workable. You can actually use this 18 to 35 for your talking headshots.
Photos on it. Just,
Now, who is this lens for? Well, this is perfect for people who are doing run and gun shooting, especially those who are actually going to be doing wedding videos. This is also perfect for, like I just said, for the talking headshots. Me personally, I'm actually going to be buying this lens just for doing my talking headshots. I'm also going to be taking it out in the field to actually test out some B-roll for this as well too. Now, it's a very versatile lens. So to be honest with you, you can really stretch the limits for this lens and just test out your own capabilities for what you can get out of this lens as well too. All right, so that's pretty much it for me, guys, when it comes down to this lens. Thank you for watching the video. If you guys have any recommendations on any lenses that are actually pretty similar to this, let me know. If you've bought the lens before, let me know in the comments. Other than that, guys, that is it for me. Any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. But you guys have a good day.